Hello everybody, welcome back. Last we left off, we were killing collocoids and putting Imperial soldiers out of their misery, and now I travel down here to meet up with Warren and chat with him about what just happened.
When the doctor arrived without you, I feared the worst.
Thought you were right behind me. What took you so long?
I was busy covering your escape. Those collocoids were hungry.
Thank the Force you survived. I couldn't finish this mission without you. This is Nicholan Cord, one of the top resistance leaders. He analyzed the data we obtained from Sobrik, found us a lead.
One of our spies was captured weeks ago, attempting to steal what might be the Empire's cloaking device project. The data revealed where she's being held.
Sounds like someone we should talk to. How do we free her?
We believe she's inside an Imperial Tactical Operations base. Heavily fortified, protected by a regiment of troops.
That's where I come in.
Colonel Finley commands the Republic's 5th Expeditionary Force. He's agreed to assist our operation.
Trouble is, if that Tech Op space crew sees my troops marching in, they'll close the blast shields. Those shut, there's no getting them open.
My weapon can cut through anything, even a blast shield.
No time. If the enemy summons reinforcements while we're stuck outside, we'd be trapped.
One of you Jedi could slip inside, disable the blast shields before they close, then the base would be ours.
We'd have to distract that Imperial regiment, create an opening.
My troops provide quite a distraction.
The Resistance must be part of this. Our spy won't talk if I'm not there.
I'll escort the Resistance. That leaves you to penetrate the base and deactivate those blast shields ahead of our arrival.
Get your forces ready, Colonel. We leave immediately.
I can guarantee an enthusiastic response. I'll prepare my forces to move out.
That Resistance leader. Let's keep an eye on him. His spy is the key to our victory, and he knows it. Get inside the Empire's base and deactivate those blast shields. We'll be waiting for your signal.
Easy enough task, just going in and disabling some blast shields. I guess the whole difficult part of it is having to go around and play as Snake from Metal Gear Solid by sneaking around, but we won't do that, will we? Oh, I just got Destructive, the title. Forgot I got that there. It's because I got extra dark side points for turning that in. But we have to come up over here and talk to this random console in the middle of some random town, and then it takes forever to freaking load because it's Belmora. I really don't like this planet.
Bad news, my friend. The Empire just landed heavy war droids in the region. Hunter-killers. The droids are patrolling the territory between you and the objective. If they detect you heading for that Imperial base, they'll raise an alert. Can't risk the base's blast shields closing before you get there. You'll have to disable those war droids quickly.
Scrapped Imperial war droids? Coming right up.
I'm sending the latest reconnaissance data on the war droids' positions. Eliminate them and continue on to the Imperial base.
Never a dull moment. We should visit war zones more often.
There, you have the data. Be careful. Over and out.
Oy, and this segment gets super long. I'm in this one spot that you're seeing here for, I don't know, for forever. It seems like it's one of those weird quests that you come up on, and you don't realize you're on the same quest for like an hour until you're out of the place, and you go, wait a second, I was here like an hour ago. What just happened? Like, I just woke up and I don't remember anything. That kind of feeling. It's weird. I think the other one that was pretty much just like this area would have to be the one on Tatooine, if you remember correctly, where I went in, killed a ton of weird like bugs, and got to the crazy super weapon with the Jedi Master down there and saved her. And I had to kill my way through all those, and I was in there forever. Even in the video, I was in there forever, and I did editing on it. I don't know. I don't understand how some of these places are so big. It doesn't, I don't know. It just blows my mind that they were able to fit this in the level. But then again, it's all brilliant technology, isn't it? Because of their whole phasing stuff. Because it's phased, the enemies and whatnot aren't actually loaded until you walk in, so it doesn't affect the performance on the rest of the planet. What it does affect performance on is my ability to withstand the giant areas of doom. I hate that. Like I said, sometimes you just feel like you're in here forever. But as you could probably tell, I did respec. I haven't had a chance to really talk about it as of late, but I do have new abilities, and I have a new way of playing, and you can probably tell that I'm not getting completely owned in the face every time I go and attack any type of mob, which is really nice. I think I may have changed the spec a bit too late, though, simply because at the end of the day, I was complaining about dying so quickly for like 10 levels. I should have done it way sooner. I don't know why I decided to stick with it. Well, now we're like a quarter of the way through the area. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so time to explain some abilities, or I guess just playstyle in general with this spec. As a reminder, this is the far left tree for the Jedi Knight and the Warrior. Basically, it just revolves around doing a lot of dots, or damage over time effects, onto the enemies. And what those do is when they crit, they heal me for a percentage of my life. If I use the Zen ability, I know, jokes have been done to death. In the bottom right of the bars, that ability makes it so it heals for even more when it crits, and I think it makes it 100% crit as well. So it is a DPS increase using that ability, especially when I've completely maxed out the dots on all these characters. So it's more of a defensive spec, as I've said previously. It's not quite so aggressive, that's for sure, and it also has the highest potential for the best damage because of the damage over time effects. And if you're stacking power and crit and stuff, you're going to do a lot of damage as a top tier ops runner, raider, or whatever you want to call yourself. Look, if you're doing PvE content and you want to do the best DPS, it's probably the spec for you. It's also the hardest to get a hang of, so it's something to keep in mind, I guess.
Warren, I've disabled the base's blast shields. It's wide open for you.
We're almost there, but Colonel Finley detects a reactor surge coming from the base. Looks like the base commander initiated a self-destruct sequence. You don't have much time to stop it. Shut down all the security consoles in there as fast as you can. Hurry!
Okay, so now to actually talk about the abilities and the way I actually use this spec as we go through to the next area in this giant area of Doom. So basically, the first ability on the bottom bar there is it makes it so my bleed effects, or burn effects is what they're called for. They're bleed for the warriors, they're burn for the Jedi, I think. So my burn effects gets added on basic attack. So I use that ability when I go into combat, and for every attack I do, it puts the dot on the target, right? So that dot stacks 3 times on itself. That's a completely separate one than the fourth ability on the top bar, right? So I have those 2 dots. I have the first one on the bottom bar and the fourth one on the top bar. Now, using those in conjunction with each other, you want to start off a fight putting those dots on somebody, like this guy right here. You want to start off by putting the dots on him. If you're jumping in on him, that'll give you the most potential damage. Where it gets a little iffy is if you put it on towards the end of his life bar, it won't do so much damage. So for instance, we're gonna hop in here and I'm gonna get some rage or whatever you want to call it, and I sat there, got both of my dots on him. Now I'm stacking it up, and one really effective way is to use the first one on the bottom bar, with Master Strike, because each one of those hits will apply the dot as well. So that's another way of being able to do your rotation. So you pop that, it puts a buff on you. You put your dots on the target. You hit 4 for me. You put the second dot on the target, and you just kind of roll through. If you have the Zen buffs, you would obviously... Whoops, looks like I took the quick travel off my bar. We'll put that back. But if you have the Zen buffs and you use that, or the focus buffs and you use the Zen, I don't even know. It's so confusing. It'll give you the extra health regeneration, so you don't have to worry about dying when you're coming up against mobs without a healer following you around.
Self-destruct aborted. The base is ours, Warren. Send in the troops.
Alright, and now the moment I've been waiting for. I finally get Doc here. As soon as I go through this hallway and up over this direction. This is a proud moment for me. Never again will I complain about dying. Well, hopefully. I mean, I may die in the future, but hopefully I won't complain about it because I'll have a healer. And I'll just berate Doc for not healing me. It's basically what it boils down to. And I was also thinking that they really missed a few golden opportunities with Doc saying, "Dang it, Jedi, I'm a doctor, not a whatever. Yeah, I'm a physician, not a physicist," or I'm a doctor, not a Kira Carson," stuff like that. But way better, because I'm terrible at that. Look, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Let's get Doc. Let's go.
Doc, what are you doing here?
I'm busting you out, sweetheart. Where else would I be?
Why didn't you mention knowing her back at the briefing?
Between all you military types, I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
We thought we'd lost you, Metal.
She's healthy as ever. Life signs green across the board.
Why would a Resistance spy who was captured by the Empire weeks ago still be in perfect health?
An excellent observation. I doubt the Empire appreciated your attempted theft of its cloaking device technology.
I never laid my hands on it. The Empire shipped it off-world when the Republic invaded.
We all know that's a lie. The truth will come out, Metal. It's better if you reveal it.
When Nicolin hears the truth, he'll want to kill me. Promise you'll stop him.
No one will hurt you. Tell us everything.
Take it easy. Whatever this is, we'll work it out.
The Empire offered me a deal. Cooperate or die slowly. I told them everything about the Resistance. Names, locations, plans.
I knew it. The Empire has been slaughtering our people using your information!
Give them something they can use. Tell them about the cloaking device.
The Empire is studying it at the Balmoran Arms Factory. It's there, I promise.
What kind of security does this Balmoran Arms Factory have?
Their defense grid's the tightest on the planet. I got in, but I couldn't get out.
You know the price of betrayal.
Wait. She has enemy intelligence. She could be an asset.
Cooperating with me doesn't erase your crimes to the Resistance. They'll decide your fate.
Go easy on her. You might have done the same in her position.
I promise her trial will be short. Let's go, Metal.
I've had my fill of this blasted war. We need to get the Empire off Balmora for good.
The Balmoran Arms Factory is the Empire's biggest stronghold. Assaulting this base was one thing, but taking on that fortress...
I know that place inside out. Need a shortcut through that Rancor's den? Well, I'm your man.
What would a medic know about a weapons factory?
Ran a hospital there when it was Resistance territory. I still know people inside.
His knowledge and expertise will come in handy. Take him with you.
Hey, if the Imperials attack with grenades, you can throw Doc on them.
Colonel Finley and I will coordinate a full offensive against the Empire. We'll clear you a path to the Balmoran arms factory. The rest is up to you. Get that cloaking device prototype at all costs. May the Force be with us.
Sweet. I got Doc. It's time to celebrate by slash dancing with him. So, there's only one thing that needs to be done here, other than slash dancing, obviously, is to go and get him some better gear. As I look at through his abilities, basically Mako, except with junk, if you know what I'm saying, which, you know, doesn't float my boat. But we're gonna go get him some gear so that way he can heal me effectively.